This newscast is sponsored by Verka Original Yogurt.
Hello guys, girls, this is your favorite reporter worldwide reporting from the America, Arnab Goswami. This is America's most professional TV show with our very sophisticated host, Arnab Goswami, me. I'd like to remind you I graduated first in my class with very high marks from the Hindu College at the University of New Delhi. The world is currently in the midst of the good, bad, okay, great conflict mankind has ever known. World War II. It is the second largest event in the planet's history. The first being the birth of Arnab Goswami, of course. Today we are analyzing the government's role in progressing the United States war effort. They have done an okay, bad, good job and have saved the country from the latest depression. We will be talking to many people across the country, including the great, but less grace than me, of course. First, the dictator President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The key issues today are the government's role in being as racist as possible in wartime racial culture, economic expansion, and actions in the war. Let's get right to it. We're going live to reporter Sean Morgan, Salva Morgan, who is with big manufacturer Henry Kaiser.
Yes. Hello, Arnab bhai.
Did I tell you you could speak? I am not your bhai.
Okay, sorry bhai. So here we have Mr. Kaiser, American industrialist who is also known as the father of shipbuilding. His company is famous for being able to build a ship in only 2 weeks. So Mr. Kaiser, can you explain how the government has helped your efforts in supplying our nation's army with adequate technology?
Certainly. The US federal government has been extremely active in supporting manufacturing companies in developing equipment for the military. The Reconstruction Finance Corporation lent me $300 million to build shipyards and manufacturing plants. Their support is instrumental to the war cause. Outside of my companies, they are supporting other manufacturing companies by funding them and encouraging them to change their normal output to products that would help the war. For example, the War Production Board has bolstered Ford and GM to build their tanks instead of cars. Furthermore...
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kaiser. Sorry to interrupt you, but Arnab doesn't like it when another person talks on the show for too long. Going back to you, Mr. Arnab.
Okay, thank you, Sean Morgan, although you let him speak for 2 minutes too long. Okay, now we will go right to Govinda Bhai to hear his take on the Japan people.
Today we're here to talk to my friend, oppressed Japanese man. He's been very oppressed lately.
Oppression!
Yeah, man, call me OJM. Man, life is all good until we got Pearl Harbor, man. Then the Americans got real mad at us, Japanese, and it turned us real hard. I mean, there was much hate against us by the Immigration Act of 1924, which excluded Asians from entering America. Yeah, we shouldn't be punished for Japanese actions. We are Japanese Americans. However, we are now being treated as enemies of America and are put in these terrible internment camps. Wow, yeah. We used to have families, businesses, and homes, but now after Roosevelt's executive order of 9066 on February 19, 1942, which has allowed the government to mark certain areas as military zones, has helped them kick out the Japanese and move them into these tough camps. Because many were evicted from their homes, especially on the west coast.
Man, it's so windy here. This thing came out and they put it back now. Oh my God. Okay, so how are the conditions in the camp? I've heard there are many social problems as well as tough living conditions. How do you think your conditions fall in line with Roosevelt's For Freedom speech?
Well, I have to say our country is very hypocritic.
Hey, please talk in the mic, please.
So it's very hypocritic, the president's For Freedom speech, it preaches liberty and democracy for all. Yet the fact of the matter is that claiming that America embodies these values, but their treatment of us Japs is nothing like what is described in the speech. Life is tough. They cage us in like animals in the hot weather that no one wanted to live in. And these nurses and doctors, these white nurses and doctors receive special treatment. And there were often food shortages, so we couldn't have food and water. As far as living conditions, we were crammed into these small animal pens with no plumbing and bundles of hay for mattresses. So and then there's also a machine gun pointed at me from every angle.
Wow, that must have been terrible, huh?
Yeah, I know, man. I thought I was gonna die, man. Like every day. So I tried to, I thought about escaping, but I was afraid to die.
Wow.
And then they searched us, and they made sure we stayed away from spotlights and fences. As if we were too close, they just shoot us and claim that we tried to escape. Yeah, however, life wasn't all bad. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
You feel me? Okay. So at the camp, I'm staying Mansamar.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's very good. Many of us have started participating in recreational activities. So we just like ball out.
Oh, ball out. Okay.
Yeah, like ballers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a picture was even seen in the latest newspaper. Which showed like girls playing sports. I really enjoyed that myself. Watching them play. And then and it's quoted that there is no indication of distress among Japanese girls who are enjoying softball games.
Oh, also that came from like a direct newspaper, like that happened during that time specifically? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It was nice.
Right, during this time, sorry.
Yeah, this time.
Yeah, okay, next.
But still in these camps, Issei is also known as the older generation, and they're treated as cast-offs and are not given any authority, which is quite different from our regular life, where the youth must respect the elder. However, these customs are thrown away as the Nisei or the younger generation are given leadership positions.
Wow, that is tough. Not only did you get socially wrecked, but your life seemed very restricted. In your description, I can infer that the Roosevelt speech for you was a big bad lie.
Yeah, man, yeah, certainly so.
Oh, thank you for your time, OJM. Okay, guys, now we go back to Arnab. Bye.
Please refer to me as Mr. Goswami. Also working is Master Arnab. Now, on to the next segment.
Once again, this newscast is brought to you by Verka, original yogurt.
Guys, guess who's back? It's Govinda Bhai. So now today here we're with the great president Franklin Roosevelt. He's a very good president. He's come right here in the heart of the action, heart of the factory. He's come to talk to us today about the factories and the economic policies the government is taking during this war. There's a lot to say, a lot of different things to talk about. And this is a very important part of the World War II and what government has done. So come on, talk now, Roosevelt.
Thank you. As we can see, government intervention has greatly changed the economic aspects of World War II. Through the initiation of the War Powers Act, the government has pioneered to shift from civilian to military production, raise an army, and take control of all aspects of the war effort. Because of the fact that the government has been in huge debt during times of war, several measures have been initiated by the government. Measures like the Revenue Act initiated by me have been created to ensure that high taxes would pull the country out of debt and the situation that the country is in during this war.
Wow, great.
It has expanded the number of people paying income taxes from 3.9 million to 42.6 million dollars, which in turn has been able to pay half the cost of the war. War bonds have also been created to gather funds from American citizens, which has brought America out of debt as well. In addition, employment rates have increased during the war to 3.8 million jobs, and the War Production Board has also created contracts for workers and persuaded businesses like those of Henry J. Kaiser to build shipyards, manufacturing plants, and military hardware.
Wow, so government has really done a lot during this war, all right? Yes. So now let's go straight to a person, who works in these factories, who puts his heart and soul in the factories. We'll go right to my boy Stephen Johnson. Stephen Johnson, come here, beta, come here. Come, okay, please.
Oh yes,
How was it like?
It's been very tough. Lots of work for sure. So we've been seeing a lot more people employed in these factories. And
yeah, I know. Okay?
Oh, you know?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, so we've been producing more tanks, airplanes, machine guns, and landing craft. And this industrial economy for sure has shifted its gear towards war. And I can see signs of total war for this country throughout the country.
Yeah.
And people are constantly moving themselves towards the war.
Oh, good job. I like your intake. Now please get out and come back to Roosevelt. Okay, back to Roosevelt, guys. Roosevelt has something to say again.
Yeah, there sure are more people mobilized in the war effort, as we can clearly see. 15 million men and women have been employed, which has brought more people from different social, economic, and ethnic denominations in the war. Around 140,000 women have been enlisted in the Women's Army Corps, and there have been plenty of women registered as nurses, and they're in military duty, and etc. Thus, many more men have also been given wages during this time of war and economic depression, and unemployment has become a memory now in the 1940s in the United States. Even in my fireside chat 28 on the State of the Union, I've conceded that the National War Program has employed more people in 1944 than in 1943. So we can see the shift in jobs and economic policies and bringing this country out of the hole that it's in.
Wow, so you can really see that we're getting more jobs for males and females, right?
I heard Arnab Goswami was here. Are you Arnab?
Oh, I'm the freaking president of the United States of America.
Who cares about that? Where's Arnab?
Oh my God. Okay, I mean, I don't know who that was, but anyways, thank you so much, President Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being here. And now we'll go to the most important man in the world. We'll go to our next segment where we're going to meet Arnab, who's in the heart of the action.
My boys, my loyal Desi boys and girls, in this room lies the biggest secret in the entire world. Very confidential stuff, and I am clearly a very confidential man. On the list of people who do not know about this project are the following: Hrithik Roshan, Shah Rukh Khan, and the Vice President of the United States of America, Truman. But your mega hero, Arnab Goswami, knows what is up. I have managed to sneak into this highly guarded compound where the government appears to be conducting some sort of program known as the Manhattan Project.
Whoa, man. This isn't a public place. We're making some high security weapons for the government's nuclear department here. Shoot, I shouldn't have said that. Regular people are not allowed.
Do you think I'm a normal person? Guess what I had to drink 2 hours ago?
What?
Masala chai with FDR in his office. I'm a masala man and do not have a problem calling the president.
Please don't. I'll do whatever you say. I'm at your service.
All I need is to ask you some questions. I know you are amazed to be in the presence of the acclaimed reporter and supreme human, Arnab Goswami. But please do not feel nervous. Number 1, what exactly is being built?
I'm not supposed to say, but I feel strangely obligated to disclose this nation's most guarded secret to this godly Indian reporter. So we are creating the largest nuclear weapon ever. We harness the nuclear power of atoms to create a powerful bomb.
Wow. Bahut interesting. Who is in charge of this construction?
The Manhattan Project is being led by Mr. Oppenheimer. Its magnitude is incredible, with over $2 billion in funding at this time. Many world-class scientists are working together to make this a reality. First invention by Otto Frisch.
What type of materials are being used for this project?
This project is extremely complex and uses a variety of materials. However, we utilize plutonium and uranium to create the fission that powers the explosive force. Its radioactive nature makes it extremely dangerous, but with the international evil forces working to destroy us, we must make sure that America is prepared for any kind of threat.
Wow, using plutonium and uranium to make a world-shattering bomb? Sounds like how Arnab uses turmeric and garam masala to make garam masala, which is also called the bomb and world-shattering. Listen, ladies, my Michelin-worthy cooking skills are just one part of the package.
But please don't tell anybody about these secrets. The U.S. Army of Engineering will be enraged if that happens, and our enemies aboard will get an advantage. I would hate for our work here at the Los Alamos National Laboratory to go to waste. It is essential that this creation is kept on a strict lockdown.
Is that Oppenheimer?
Arnab Goswami, world famous reporter and legendary intellectual. He's a wonderful person, but he can't be here. He'll jeopardize the whole project. Get him. Why are you helping him?
But why are you always being oppressed? Now prepare to be oppressed by my fist!
I got you! So strong! Oh my god!
Don't mess with Arnab! I got away. Difficult times.
Arnab, I've been looking for you everywhere. I even went up to FDR, some random guy. I've been looking for you. Can I get your autograph? Huh?
Shut up, get out. Our day done. You know, today we learned a couple of things that were very important about the World War II. One, we learned about how the Americans mobilized the entire economy to help them. We learned about the economic impacts of the World War II. We learned about the oppression of the racial minorities in America. And we learned about the nuclear bomb. It's been a hard day at work for Arnab. So, this is Arnab Goswami signing out now. मैं हूँ Arnab.